Please like and subscribe. Let's grow NAIA basketball. Thank you. Cascade Hoops Talk, bringing the world NAIA basketball one podcast at a time. Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Well, I'd like to welcome you to the 4th annual Billy D Awards, something we do every year. It's kind of fun. Just take a look at some of the most interesting and best stories around the NAI for the year. So let's take a quick look. First, we want to start with a story that I call the award is the Ultimate Survivors. I think everybody knows the story of Antelope Valley and Coach Jordan Mass. They found out right toward the end of the season that Antelope Valley was, ending on-campus activities when that included all athletics, and they found themselves qualifying for the playoffs as well as the conference tournament, and they had to go out. They could have just chucked it in and said, well, I guess that's just bad news for us, but they were able to crowdfund and get the funds to continue. They ended up making it to the national tournament and played over, I don't remember if they played at or Arizona Christian, I know that. But the point is they persevered, and the season ended on the court as it should, instead of some decision by a bunch of bureaucrats. So congratulations to Jordan Mass, who, by the way, is a great basketball coach, and to everybody there involved with Antelope Valley basketball. This shot, you guys probably all know about this, LSU Alexandria. This is the shot that won them the River States Conference, probably the most dramatic conference winning shot I can remember, and I wanted to play it for you one more time. This is cashing that. Look at that. That's a putback basically at the buzzer. One more, that's all. Oh my God. And that was a pretty incredible play, and then that wrapped up the River State for the LSUA Generals. The Red River, I'm sorry. The Red River was a story in itself. LSUA, they led the league early, and they couldn't get any attention or any votes. And then later in the season, LSU Shreveport had stumbled a bit, and they couldn't get any attention or any votes. LSU Alexandria ended up winning the Red River, and the LSU Shreveport, as you know, made it to Kansas City and had a very good season. So both those teams there in Louisiana went through stages of not getting any attention, and they both had great seasons. This will be our second annual Bigfoot Award. This award goes to a Cascade Conference player, which is basically the home of Bigfoot, to the player who best emulates the characteristics of our Northwest mythological mascot. And the mythological is debatable. It depends on who you talk to in Oregon and Washington and Idaho. Somebody with strength, courage, tenacity, quick and adaptable. And for the second straight year, Jake O'Neill out of the College of Idaho gets our Bigfoot Award for 2024. There were a lot of contenders in the Cascade Conference, two notable, Stratton Rogers, Jake O'Neill's teammate. He had a monster year, extremely tough guy, as well as Blake Jensen at Oregon Tech, strong, just, one of those guys never say die, chase down every ball. But Jake O'Neill gets the nod for the second year, and he's moving on from College of Idaho this season, and I really have enjoyed watching him. He really gets after it and plays the game the way it's designed to be played. Thank you to Jake O'Neill. I was a little hesitant for this next award, but I'm going to explain why we have first family of NAI basketball. Why I say I'm hesitant, because there's probably hundreds of families, literally hundreds of families in the NAI that contribute immensely to the story of NAI basketball. I would, you guys, everybody who's listening to me can think of one. But the Moore family strikes me as a special case. Everybody knows Scott Moore is the head men's basketball coach at Grace College, but he and his brother Matt is the head coach at Warsaw School there in Warsaw. And then Marcus Moore played at Grace with Scott, and of course he works at the college now. But every major NAIA event you go to, these three brothers along with their parents are there. They mingle with all the fans. They have deep knowledge of all the conferences. They network, and they just build a family feeling to NAIA basketball. They definitely are not afraid to get out amongst the crowd, amongst the fans, and talk basketball with just about anybody. So for 2024, first family of basketball is the Moore family. And then pictured here, we have Scott, of course, Marcus Moore, and then Matt Moore. Thank you to the Moore family for everything they do for NAIA basketball. Colby Blaine out of the College of Idaho, I was interviewing him, I think in February, and he came up with a quote. I had never heard it before, but I've used it 100 times since. I thought it was the quote of the year. Remember this one when you're talking to young people.
Prisons and cemeteries are full of people who make bad 5-second decisions, right?
And he said that, and I thought, how true. And congratulations to Colby Blaine for giving us that quote, words to remember. Colby Blaine, by the way, great season again in that Fab Four. Another great season for the Yotes at the College of Idaho. Drew Stutz is the 2024 Coach of the Year. He's obviously their national champion, Mid-South Conference champion. Coach Stutz built this team from the ground up. I was around that team quite a bit in Kansas City. They have a real special feel to them. They're very tight, and I think the reason for that culture is Drew Stutz, and proudly say he is the 2024 Billy D Awards Coach of the Year. Elijah Malone, no surprise, he is the 2024 Billy D Awards Player of the Year. He's the 2024 Crossroads Player of the Year, NAI All-Tournament Team. You can see the numbers there, 17 points, 8 rebounds. He can shoot the ball, 63 shooting, 37% from three. But the real story with Elijah Malone is he's a team guy first. You would think a guy this dominant is going to go out and get his numbers, but he's a team guy first. He's a great guy. We've been around him a bit. Also, his floor presence. He's such a big guy. He just completely changed the game when he was on the court, and it made everybody around him so much better. Congratulations to Elijah Malone, 2024 Billy D Awards Player of the Year. Probably the award I'm proudest of in the Billy D Awards is the Kyle Mangus Award. I met with Kyle a couple of years ago, and I said I had this idea to give an award every year to somebody who best emulated the qualities that Kyle brings to the game still today, but particularly what he brought to NAI basketball. You can see them all written there, and you've heard me say them 100 times. Respect for the game and respect for the opponent is that's an important issue. And anybody who watches a lot of basketball, it's not as prevalent as it was once. He was an incredibly hard worker. Another thing, and everybody will say this, made 100% of his talent. And most importantly, his faith, his family, and his team are always above himself. As a tremendous young man, meant a lot, and means a lot to NAI basketball. So with that said, this season, the 2024 Kyle Mangus Award winner is Drew Lutz out of Bethel University, the Pilots. Drew Lutz is obviously an incredible basketball talent. He does respect the game and he respects his opponents, but you leave him open from 35 feet and he's going to drain one on you. Drew is known by everybody as a tremendously nice guy. He's known for his missions and serving others before self. just a wonderful human being. He played in our tournament this season out in Klamath Falls. Got to meet him. Just a great guy. Again, another example of the tremendous people that you meet around NAIA basketball. And congratulations to Drew Lutz, the 2024 Kyle Mangus Award winner. Well, that's our 2024 Billy D Awards. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched or listened to the show this season, all the people who came up to me in Kansas City. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love NAIA basketball, and everyone who listens to this show, everyone who plays NAIA basketball or is involved in it at all, makes this all come true for all of us. And I think it's an incredible product, and I'm proud to be associated with it in just a small way. And we're going to go out with some of my finest work. I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you next fall.
Turn it off. Let me make
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh shit, we need microphones.
Cascade Hoops Talk. This is for 63. Story of this game was really, I forgot to get those numbers. 15 minutes left in the first half. God, my second half. Good ball game. About halfway through the first half, it seemed like Riley Minix and some of the Fire got a little bit, they looked winded. They looked a little bit tired to me. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. No. DeAndre, no. I screwed up again. Hey, Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Tell us, you nod when we're going. Hey, Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Wow, what a game. I grabbed the wrong paper.
It was excellent, and it could be excellent over time.
Can you stop? I hate to do that to you.